Hello YouTube, it's your friendly neighborhood Geklo. Today we are going to be doing some upgrades to my Soaring Orbs Nip plant farm. This one already is 100 plants, however, using the power of biodome technology, we will be adding about 500 more plants to this already near 1,000 plant nip farm. No problem. So first things first, take a small locker out, shrink it down small as possible. Go ahead and place the small tiny itty bitty locker down now. Open your inventory back up to choose the biodome. Now we're going to select a biodome. Look at the locker with the biodome. X and Y same time. It'll make a square. Then you take your Y button and your right triangle at the same time and place down your microbiodome. Now you are able to duplicate this microbiodome. Anytime you want a microbiodome, you have your original copy here. You just duplicate it and you have another one. So all we are going to be doing today is placing down the biodomes inside of our biodomes here. So as you can see, one biodome will harvest all of these biodomes, which makes it for a lore friendly, more realistic, more interesting way of making large scale farms that do not involve the wild glitch. I have seen people use the wild glitch to make farms, and it disgusts me. I do not understand how you would use something that would allow you to place an item for free, not even having to pay for it, and also allow you to place so many items without having to pay for a capacity upgrade of any sort. With the use of microbiodomes and hydroponic trays, as you can see for the top level of triple biodome farms, hydroponic trays are really the only thing you can add. However, it's very worth it because you can still add about 100 nip up top as well. We will be looking at another farm in the rest of this video afterwards, but for now we are just placing microbiodomes inside of the biodomes. As you can see here, we didn't want to force too many biodomes inside of one, as we only had 30 to add here, so there really was no point to trying and spamming them in here. You want to make sure and keep your microbiodomes inside of the biodome at all times, which basically means if too much of a plant is hanging out the side of your biodome, it may not be harvested. Meaning it is a unharvested plant just hanging out there, never making you any money, no nip, no nothing. You're just a sad gek lord with wasted nip, and nobody wants that. But as you can see here, this is Soaring Orb Greens. We are now just removing the watertight doors from the front of it, but as you can see, it's starting to look like a much better nip farm to me now. Now I do believe we still need to be doing the planting of the nip, which we will be doing very soon. But for now, we are just adding onto the next biodome now. We're going to add some doors here. These are just so that we can enter the camera view. If you did not know, when you use a teleporter, it will kick you out of the build menu, which is difficult to pull microbiodomes in teleport areas. So I have just opted to use watertight doors to enter and exit the biodomes while we are placing down our microbiodomes. And as you can see here, I also decided to move the original copy inside of a biodome so that it would not be down there and we would not have any cleanup to do, and also so that we could place all 30 of these. As you can see, we fit about 8 of these biodomes inside of a single biodome per farm here. We could have done it a little bit better. Also, I feel like I need a more uniform teleportation setup so that I can know exactly how many biodomes are going down by knowing the exact placement of all of my teleporters. But as you can see, this still works pretty well. You can just place as many as you can. Make sure to not block any teleporters, because if you block any teleporters, if you have teleporters in your biodome based farm, you will have many problems because it will teleport you on top of the farm and then you can't harvest it. And nobody wants to not be able to harvest their farms. But as you can see here, only 7 left to place. We only had 30. It's a very simple upgrade. We will be looking at my Sentinel Nip. I did a video about it earlier this week, however it was only 3 minutes long and was made of a mini video not many people really looked at, so I figured I would cover it in this video now as well. But as you can see here, these are the final 7. You're just going to make sure that you're staying inside of the farm at all times. As you can see here, this is part of my triple biodome with some of the biodomes being upside down, making it an orb sort of view. That's why I named it the Soaring Orb Greens. I am on the journey to making 1 billion credits in one single harvest of all of my farms. I just have to keep upgrading them until I have enough nip to make 1 billion credits in one single harvest. I will also mention I have glyphs to my nip galaxy / system, not really galaxy. in all of my videos. They are on screen right now. You can look at them. But also, this is the planting. I'll see you in a bit. And as you can see here, YouTube, we have now added our new crop into our farm. Now we will be getting about 500 more nip for harvest of this farm. I like this farm. I would like to add more domes, but on to Sentinel nip. Right here is our Sentinel nip farm. As you can see here, we have stuck hydroponic trays in the top of this one, and also inside of it, we mixed this one of hydroponic trays and the microbiodomes. We have not attempted to place any microdomes inside of the bottom domes yet. However, the bottom domes do currently get harvested for 16 extra nip. Not that much, but it's okay. I would like to test the hydroponic trays soon enough. I'm going to make an upside down mini micro hydroponic tray so that I can place them inside of the bottom biodomes. I would like to eventually fill all of these domes up with microdomes as well as hydroponic trays. Normally, a over 800 plant farm will bug out. However, with the use of the microbiodomes, somehow we are not ever having any bugging out issues because they're harvested in cell forms, meaning that they're not harvesting over 800 by themselves, and that works out. So as you can see here though, this is Sentinel nip now. Still many biodomes left to fill with microbiodomes. I'm honestly seeing a very large yield coming from this farm right here soon enough. But anywho, so the next thing I do believe we are going to do is get out of Sentinel nip, and we are going to be going here, where we'll be paying a contact 50 million worth of nip in order to be building us a farm. This contact is from another platform. We are cross-platforming to another player here to pay him 50 million nip to build us a nip farm, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and get the man paid right now. Okay, YouTube, as you can see here, we have now paid the man, but I do believe this is all. See you.